Yes, my friends, the final results from the battle are in. Honda Interceptor 0, Jeff 1. So, if you've been following this story, I apologize because I'm about to reiterate it slowly. But the problem was, I received a California VF1000F with half of its smog gear on it. And it's very hard to find any kind of manuals with the routing for how the smog system goes. And I knew it was missing parts. So I figured we could ditch that. I've ditched them before, but oh no on a VF1000F as a whole different animal. First of all, the smog system is very complex. It's a canister down below in the chin fairing. It's a couple of, I don't even know what to call them, a lot of hoses. Anyway, the other difference is, and I've learned now, and I wish I would have known this before, but the carbs are quite different. But I thought you would just be able to plug the various pipes and tubing that are associated with it. There's one right there. That is the number 2 carb, and the number 1 carb have this on there. And I think what I've learned is the circuits in the California carbs are quite different, because I could not get these to work right. Now maybe one weird issue is the number 1, 2, 3, the number 3 carb, which is the set one, which is the one that you balance all the other carbs off of. The vacuum was really high on it, but there's no spigots on there for the carb stuff. I don't understand. I'm thinking maybe one of these is plugged, created a higher vacuum. Maybe higher vacuum through the vent tube. I don't know. But what I did was I ordered a set of UK carbs, and I figured they'd just be a direct bolt-on. Nope, not even. So the UK carbs have, is this them? Yes. The UK carburetors, the vent system has the, and I would think that this is an even stronger emission system than the California models, and maybe this is all they do, but the UK carbs use vent tubes that go out of the vents and then straight up into the plenum. So maybe that's their way of being smog compliant. Any vapors come up here and they get burned off, as opposed to the California bike, which runs it through the canister filter and what have you. So basically what I did, and fortunately, well, not really fortunately, it's kind of unfortunate, one of the tubes that go up into here was broken. So what I did was I took the venting off the California carbs, which was still intact, thank goodness, and then used the California plenum that does not have these holes with the UK carbs that are on the bike now, and it starts up and it runs great. I couldn't even get it to idle correctly with this other setup. I tried everything. The carbs were very clean. They'd been through the ultrasonic twice. The only other thing I could think that maybe was causing an issue, and I've ran into this before, but I used keister carb kits on it. And I had a 404 that I did that on, and it just didn't like the pilots and the mains, and that's what these are. These are keisters. So I just left the stock setup in the UK carbs, which is 150s up front, 145s in the back, 38 pilots. I think the keisters have, I think these are 40s on the pilots, which, you know, might have been an issue, but I don't know, it just had weird issues. Sometimes it would start up and it would run okay, and then it's like it would load up and then it wouldn't want to idle. You could set the idle and it'd be okay for a minute, and then the idle would come down, almost like it was loading up because it was rich. I tried all different settings on the adjustment screws, and keep in mind, the adjustment screws are keisters also, so maybe that was an issue. But I just can't believe I'm the only, it can't be right. I can't be the only person to solve, you know, somewhere along the line, somebody must have ditched the smog system on their Interceptor and ran into problems. And you know, it very well might not even be that that's causing the issue. You know, my thoughts at this point are these carbs don't like to work without a smog system, but I could be wrong. It could just be something wonky in the carbs that I'm not seeing. I balanced them. I cleaned out all the orifices. One thing I was not able to address, or I did not address on these, was the choke circuit, and the choke plungers were really like this one's seized. So, and that could be a contributing issue also. And the only reason I didn't look at the choke circuit on these bikes is because I figured going through the ultrasonic cleaner, it would have cleaned them out, and it was so difficult. The enrichment circuit and all the bars and the way it activates and everything is very, very complicated. But I learned it yesterday because I completely de-racked the carbs, took them all apart, and learned all about that system. And the choke system on the new carbs works perfectly, and it's really something. It's a lesson. It's really something that I should have done. I should have gone no farther without handling the choke circuit, because I don't see how that could have caused the weird issues it was having. Yes, it would have made it easier to start, but it had many issues. So, you know, the chokes may be a contributing factor. So anyway, I'm glad to be in the win column with this bike and these carbs. It's been a couple-month fight trying to get it to run right, but it runs just like a champ now. It runs so much better that when you start it up, it sounds like it's a completely different motor. So anyway, that's that. Next thing is to get the F2 wheels on it. Just waiting for the parts from Jamie, and should really be a stunning machine with, I mean, it's close to a nut and bolt restoration. It's brand new paint. Those are the stock wheels, powder coated. Those will be for sale when I get the F2 wheels on it. If anybody wants them, they're powder coated original wheels with pretty decent tires. Custom Yosh exhaust. It's not Yosh. I made a copy. It's a, what's the bad word? It's counterfeit. What's the nice word? It's a tribute. So that's a tribute Yoshimura exhaust on it. And that was a lot of work too, because I had to make the mid pipes and all that crap. So anyway, stay tuned, my friends. Thank you for staying this long watching this video. If you have any questions about it, leave me a message in the comments section if you're on YouTube. All right, take care.